Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
Special thank you to our sponsors of Marketing with Russ, Southpaw's Perfect Pizza, Davis Home Inspection, and Susan Bodlovic and State Farm. For more information on Southpaw's Perfect Pizza and their amazing food in Albany, Oregon, go to southpawspizza.com. And for more information on Davis Home Inspection and their home inspection services in Albany, Oregon, go to davisone.com. And finally, for more information on Suzanne Bodlovic and State Farm and their amazing insurance services, go to insurancewithsuzanne.com. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. I am so glad you're here today. It's going to be an amazing day. It is. I have got Mike Ashabraner on of the Hounds, an amazing friend, and we're going to have so much fun today. So I'm glad you're here. Glad you're joining us. It is Thursday. It is 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time here on the West Coast. And for those of you who don't know, Marketing with Russ is every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, and we are here for your viewing and listening pleasure. That's right. This not only broadcasts live, but then it sits on the platforms it broadcasts on, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook for infinity and beyond. That's right, forever. Forever. It sits there. So you can watch on replay, you can share, you can still comment, you can still be engaged with the community we have here that is so, so amazing. But that's not all. It also converts to audio podcasts. So if you just don't have time to watch, you can listen in your car or on your AirPods, wherever you are, to iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, whatever your favorite podcast platform is. So many opportunities. And that's not all. We even cut out little things like the marketing tip of the day. Every episode of Marketing with Russ, there's a marketing tip of the day. And sometimes there's even little snippets of things that are going on. So many opportunities for you to get involved and be engaged. And we would love for you to be part of this great community. Well, I tell you, a lot of people ask me sometimes, what is Marketing with Russ all about? And what is it, aka #RussSelfie thing? Well, let me tell you real quick. First of all, this show is about how amazing people connect. I am a firm believer that connection and community building is the foundation for any good marketing plan, any good business. You need people. As Zig Ziglar says, you build the people and then the people build your business. You need people, whether it's a product, service, or a nonprofit, whatever you are selling, whatever you are promoting, you need people. So that's so important. This show, the reason there's the aka #RussSelfie, for those of you that don't know, the quick story of it is, I was on vacation with my beautiful family and we were on the East Coast. I was trying to take a selfie. I was horrible. My son took the cameras and Dad, forget about it. I got it. Went into New York City, down in the subway, wanted a picture of my entire family, handed my phone, which, my camera on my phone to a young man in the subway. And not everybody is, there's some sketchy people down there, but I wanted to get a picture, only back up and realize I had condensed. My son had simplified me, my wallet, my credit cards, my money. I'd given it all to this guy. And so I'm backing up praying, dear God, please help him to be nice and give me my camera back, which he did, thank God. But I realized at that point I had to take selfies. So I learned how to do it. I started doing it in business settings and people love it. It is an amazing connection tool. Not everybody loves it, but for me, it works so great. New people I met, take a selfie. The next time you see them, you're their best friend. They've had an opportunity to get to know you, to get to know who you are. And the selfie thing just became an amazing connection tool, building community. And so that's what I love. And that is how I got nicknamed #RussSelfie. That's what that is all about. I haven't told that story for a while. So there you go. Hey, I love to connect. Obviously, you go to russhedge.com to connect with me. That's where everything is. One-stop shop for all about Russ. If you know my name, you know how to get to my website, russhedge.com. That's as easy as it can get. So go there today. There's free stuff for you. There's a free download. Amazing how to transform your business with 3 simple steps, all about connection and community building. You need to do that. If you want to explore that more, if you want marketing coaching, or you just want to chat with me, or you want to explore the other things that I do with keynote speaking, motivational speaking, with what else is there? Live streaming, live stream producing, those kind of things. I am happy to talk with you and help you today. Love for you also to become part of our YouTube community. It is really simple. If you know the name of this show, you can get there, marketingwithruss.live. Marketingwithruss.live is the place to go. It'll take you directly to my YouTube. In fact, everybody watching, reach over, click an open tab. If you are not subscribed, type in marketingwithruss.live on an open tab and go in and subscribe today. Because why? What do you get out of it, right? What do you get? Well, I'll tell you what you get. One little compact area with all of this amazing value and amazing friends of mine that are there for you, like Mike Ashabraner, like Isabel, who was on, like so many of my friends that have been on my live streams, Marketing with Russ, Russ Reels Live. We even have the Experience Live with Russ and Scott rebroadcast there. So you can get it all. And I also do little daily shorts that are a lot of fun. So please go there today and subscribe. Also, share this out. Let your friends know. Hounds are already jumping in the house. I can see that. The comments are blowing up. I'm going to have to get through this, but please share. Please tag your friends. Let everybody know they do not want to miss today. Okay. So besides the fact that I would love for you to buy Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose, and all of my collaborative books that have just come out, 4 new books, including Perspectives on Cancer, my whole cancer journey. Would love to be able to inspire you with that. Go to russhedge.com for that. It's simple, simple, simple. Or you can go to Amazon and you can get any of those. So there you go. Last but not least, we are going to do the marketing tip of the day. Are you ready? We're going to do this. Here we go. This is your marketing tip of the day. Be consistent. Be consistent. Now, I know I talk about this all the time, but you got to be consistent. The number one thing in connecting and building community is get started, put your foot forward, make things happen. But with all that and all the steps within that, you have to be consistent. You have to continually put your best face out there, talk to people, connect with people, work on building community. It takes work. It's not easy, but you have to consistently do it. If you just do a one-off and you think that's going to do the job, it's not. Be consistent. When people see you showing up on a consistent basis, they know who you are and they begin to know you. They begin to like you and they begin to trust you. Or even better, they begin to know you, love you, and trust you. That is how the magic happens. That's how amazing things come together in your marketing, in your business, in your life. So today, get out there, get started, make great things happen, and be consistent. And that is your marketing tip of the day. All right. So that gets cut out and separated on social media and YouTube and all that. So you'll be able to share that with your friends individually. And boy, I tell you, I'm going to have way too many comments to get through if I don't get Mike in the room. Here we go. Mike Ashabraner. Woohoo.
Hey, Mr. Russ, man, they're here for you, man, not me. All right, I'll pretend like it's for me. There you go. Thank you all.
Yeah. Well, listen, It's funny because we were just on the Experience Live with Russ and Scott yesterday. We were talking to our amazing guests, one of which is a hound, and we were talking about how the hounds just show up for everybody, how amazingly consistent and what a blessing they are. And they are exactly like what I was talking about today in the marketing tip of the day. They are consistent. They're always there backing you up. And I just love it, Mike.
Yeah, it's birds of a feather. You know, Russ, it's you and the mantra of many people. It's like when they put the peanut butter and jelly in the same jar and you didn't have to refrigerate it. That's exactly what's going on. And we show up for each other because we genuinely care. We attract people like you and friends of yours, and that's what we're here for. You know, again, we're not against anybody or anything, but we are for us, and we want to be that alternate choice. So people who are high level and heart centered, you know, have a place to go where they can be, you know, have a sense of belonging, be pushed up, and not have to worry about ego and image and all of those things, man. So love having you here. You're spot on, man. You are the pack principles personified, Russ. And I'm not just saying that because I'm on your show. That's what we're looking for, guy.
Oh, sure. That's so good. Thank you. I'm blushing now. Hey, I'm just really blessed to be part of it because, I am a true believer that you go to where the type of people and the community you want, where they hang out, where they are. And the hounds are definitely that. You are this average of the 5 people you spend the closest time with, which Jim Rohn said. And that is an amazing quote. So true. But before we get too much deeper into this, let's back up, reverse, and say, hey, who is Mike and what are you up to these days? Give everybody a little snippet on you.
Hey, what am I not up to these days? And whoa, you know, I always joke is, you know, it's true that I say I feel like a poor kid waking up in Santa's workshop every day, Russ, right? And I think it was Izzy or a couple people or somebody said, well, you got to quit saying that. And I said, well, why? They said, because you're Santa. Right, and it's funny how, you know, you don't see things one way, right? We don't really always see our true selves and what we do, especially if you're heart-centered, right? You're really focused on pushing others up. But it is telling when people affirm, "Hey, you're doing the right thing." So uh, nowadays, we're just really focused on exploding the hounds of business. As I said, people are hungry for a sense of belonging, right? I'm not against AI and all these things, but robots are talking to robots, right? And the more that happens, yes, it's more efficient, but we lose that aspect. And most of us here on LinkedIn, right, and people in business in general, you know, the problem is that we have to have human connection, right? So the hounds was well, if anybody doesn't know this, I started the hounds. Y'all remember how Chris Rock joked about Mark Zuckerberg making Facebook because he didn't have no friends? That's not a joke. That's exactly why I started the Hounds of Business 2 years ago. I didn't plan on doing it. I just didn't know how to forge relationships. I didn't know how to navigate social media, Russ. I didn't know how to do what I do in person after COVID. And simply put, you know, who we are today is just a scaled up version, but I've realized that if I loved on people and I selected the right people and I pushed them up and I put value and helped them with their issues through my life experience and challenge, you know, maybe they would get to know, like, and trust me, like you were saying, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they would ask for the opportunity to get to know my business, which is just an extension of who I am, right? I want to
Right.
serve and help. And that's how the hounds, I just pulled people in and loved on them. And guess what? More people started coming, like Field the Dreams, man. More people started coming. It started growing. So we were a friendship group that turned into a business group. And today we're both, right? People has it. So we're right now we're exploding the hounds internationally. We're helping people push visibility. We've got some major players in the hounds, and they reach back and help others who are just starting off or lack resources. So our publicity hub and our media network is vibing. You know, we love getting that out there. So lots and lots of opportunity. Too much for me to take up, you know, on the time, but just pushing each other up and getting more people visible so they don't feel like they're stuck and lack resources or something's wrong with them. That's our calling
Right.
card. There's nothing wrong with you. You just need support and guidance and test drive us. That's the calling card. Check us out. If we're not for you, hell, I'll find somebody's for you. I know all kind of people. It's not about me. That's what I love about you. It's not about you. It's about bringing value, and good things come
Right.
from that, brother.
Right. Yeah. I think when we help each other out, I love how you say it was a friends group that turned into a business group. And actually, it's both now. And what is
Right.
so amazing about that, when you build community the right way, you're really making friends and you're making true connections. Connections to me are, Mike, you and I talk all the time now. we're texting each other, we're talking on the phone, we're talking via live streaming, whatever we're doing, because we are truly connected and we're truly friends. That is what it's all about. And that's where my whole workshop that I do, that's called Turn Cold Calling into Making Friends. If you have the business concept that instead of trying to sell people and cram your business down their throat, you're out trying to make friends, connections, and build people and add value, it's just like the hounds. It is amazing what happens. And that is where the magic starts. And that's what I love about you and all that you're doing. The group that is just involved with you, this hounds group. I mean, I have so many amazing friends very quickly out of this group, and I'm just blessed to be part of it. So, all right, give us some more information, because it is so much when it comes to you and all that you're doing. I know that most of it surrounds the hounds, but give us some other highlights, because I mean, the more I hear about it, I'm part of it, and I still get excited.
Yeah, I mean, so just so folks know, I do a lot of things, right? Finance, helping people with financial coaching, businesses, entrepreneurs. I love that. And I do what wealthy people get. I do it for the rest of us, right? People starting off, school teachers. I don't believe that you have to have money to make money to get the best services. And that's really how I modeled the hounds, right? The hounds was just an extension of that attitude. Hey, how are you supposed to make money and get opportunity and grow if you don't have it to begin with, right? At catch 22. So that's what we're really trying to do, is help people scale up. Well, I don't have money and resources. Well, you're okay. But as soon as you do come into our ecosystem and you do get that hand up or that push up, right? Then invest it again, right? So we're just really honestly, Russ, we're just creating that ecosystem where you can come in and be who you are, be your best self, grow to that. We have massive collaborations. I don't know what my superpower, where I just see people. I don't think about who or what. I think about who. Right. So I'll give you an example. There, some of them are in here. James Valentine, Lisa Marie, and Melissa Robinson Weinmiller. I just saw them in action, and I said, "Hey," I put them in a DM and said, "Hey, y'all go figure something out. Something's here." They're like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "No, I know you guys. Something's going to happen. That's what I do. Just go talk." Well, 400 DMs later, right? They put on this awesome show, and they start working together, and people are just coming to it, right? So this compound effect, this collaborative effect. And too often we're worried about what and how. And yes, you need a business plan. Yes, you need to be selective. But when you get with the right people, man, amazing innovations and collaborations can explode. So I'm just going to encourage people out there, stop asking how if you're stuck in a rut, and start asking who. Who can help me? Who could I help and assist first, right? Because reciprocity is profitable. This is not a theory. The Hound's principle of reciprocity is profitable. And it's a lot more fun. And if you're the type of person like me, where you do not like hard sales, you do not like going out and having coffee chats, pretending not to sell. We do business, but we do it in a way that's attraction. I mean, there's multiple stories I could give you, multiple
Right.
just this week, of how we grown business together by putting the right people first, right? Instead of worrying about what I want, I'm concerned about how to get Sindal what she wants. And you know why? Because she's a good person. It's like rattling the bag of dog treats, man. The dog's coming. I mean, it's just in our nature. Good people have to reciprocate. We're not planning on it. We're not manipulating it. But I know when I invest in the right people, they will repay that because they're like me. They share my values. Does that make sense? Because you're like that.
Oh
You're
yeah.
absolutely like
Absolutely. Well, what I love about what you just said too is it's all your intent and what you're trying to do to help other people. Like, for example, I'll just start off at the beginning. I talk about everybody joining my YouTube page and going to my website. You know what? All of you out there that are doing that right now, send me your YouTube page, send me your website. I want to connect and make sure that I'm connected with you as well, because it's a two-way street. I want to continue to learn more about you and want you to continue to learn more about me, so that we can be better and better connected and friends with time. And I think when you mentioned coffee, it's one of my favorite things. I love to go to coffee chats with people, and I love lunches and things like that too. But I'll tell you, one of the greatest compliments that I get from time to time is when I go out with people and they say to me, "Hey, thanks so much for not talking business." Because when I take them out for coffee or lunch or whatever, I'm not there to talk about business. I'm there to get to know them. I'm there to build community. And hey, maybe we're not meant to work together. You know, I get these things occasionally. There's the great community on LinkedIn, Mike, and then there's the community that sends me a 15-page sales pitch before I've even said hi. And
right.
you know, exactly. It's like, how do you know I even need that? Why are you pushing this on me? I don't know who you are, and I'm not going to work with you, and I'm probably not going to talk to you anymore because,
Right.
you know, and so that's the whole thing. It's all your initial intent and what you're trying to do. And when you're building community, connecting, that's where then you can move on from there. Like you said, throwing people in a DM room, let them get to know each other and figure out where they go from there, right?
Yeah, Russ, you got me going now. I'm awake. I'm finally awake at 11:20. All right, thank you, Russ.
Woo.
Look, we view this, and I see you in action. This is why it was hand in glove, man. PB and J, right? It, you, I look at everything like an ecosystem, right? Like dating. I see no difference in dog parks, business, and dating, man. And if you hang around long enough, you're not gonna you're gonna see it too. Here's how it is. Think about this dating, right? You can have a speed dating system and you can have a process. You can't make that person, that man or woman like you. You should not. In my estimation and experience, you should let go of outcomes. But here's what you do. You focus on your values and you build a business system around that. So, for example, I can stick somebody in and they can go through my process and say, I don't like that guy. 5 or 6 ladies might say, no, no, not for me. But that seventh one says, hey, that's the dork of my dreams, right? Or at least I'm curious. And that's how we approach business. We're not trying to persuade, we're not trying to trick or do anything. What we're doing is this. I don't care if anybody says yes or no to me. My business, myself, my community, none of it. Here's what I care about, Russ. They know what they're saying yes and no to, right? If you're going to make a life-changing decision, you ought to base that on a bunch of good information, all the information you can possibly get, right? And far too often, me included, for decades, all right, I'm not bragging, I made assumptions and that was missed opportunity. So that's really the calling card. Hey, check things out, go talk to people, find out what it is, get all the information, then you're make an informed decision, right? And that's how I look at things. And the community looks at these things, right? Hey, we're not here to push or prod. We just want people to be unstuck, right? You've been told you're not good enough, smart enough, you come from the wrong city, gender, etc. So sick of it. We have the most diverse community I've ever seen. And we didn't set out to make it diverse. We set out to find people with good hearts and people who are aligned with us and our values. And then we went to business. And you're absolutely right. I want to know what's in your heart because you're probably a super pro. I want to know who I'm dealing with because there's tons of people with skill sets out there. I mean, there's no shortage of rednecks and marketing people, finance people. So I want to know who I'm dealing with. Can I trust you? Are you like me? Are you going to respect my value? Are you going to reciprocate that when you have the opportunity? And if the
Right.
answer is yes, boy, welcome home, man. This is the den for you, man.
Well, and that's what it's all about. Okay, so like right now, I'm going to issue a challenge to everybody because I just like to do this occasionally because it's fun. The hounds are showing up, and friends in our community is showing up in force. We're going for 400 comments, everybody. We're engaging like crazy. And what I want you to do is not just engage with Mike and I, but engage with each other. This is where
Yeah.
the magic happens. You start talking to each other, you start building community. The comments is an amazing, amazing place. If you're watching, there is a ton of people watching this morning. If you are watching, say hi. Just give us a little snippet. It's, you know, what that does is it builds value in Mike and I, and it also builds value in all this community where you're coming together and somebody will see you and go, hey, I wanted to talk or meet this person, be able to connect up with you because there you are suddenly. And it is such an appropriate thing to just continue to engage and build people. And Mike, this is what I love about the Hounds, and this is what I love about all that you're about. It's the way that people come together, the way that people work together, collaborate together, and it's the total mindset. It's the mindset of how we do this life. We get to that know, love, and trust factor. You know, we hear that all the time, but are you really doing it? Right. In my first book, Rattled Awake, I was on part of volume 1 on that. My rattled awake moment was I really doing what I said that I was doing? Not intention, because when I hit my cancer battle, hit that wall, I thought to myself, I believe it. I'm being authentic, but am I really doing it? Am I engaging? Okay, so am I showing up and being consistent, right? We talked about that at the beginning. That's what people need to continue to do. Show up, be consistent, engage. That is how things happen. If you don't take that first step, things don't happen, right, Mike?
Oh yeah, baby steps. It doesn't have to be some grand leap or anything,
That's
Russ.
right.
Just having the courage to take that baby step. I put this hat on, what, 2 years ago. No, and again, honestly, the very first interaction I had was somebody just kind of crapped on me. Yeah, so I mean, I came out and I was encouraged to be myself. I had someone who pushed me up, and someone came out and just went boom. But I had the courage to try again. That's what I mean. Have the courage to possibly look stupid. Have the courage to mess it up, to have egg on your face. Because again, there's 8 billion people on the planet. We're not going to run out. You got to remember that. And so look at it as practice. Everything I do is practice. Man, some of the great amazing people are always getting better, right? We've been blessed to have Bob Berg, right? He's got a great event Wednesday. Uh, we're honored to support that. We got Level Up Academy, Brand Face doing it, all these. But that he got it. You know what I did to get that? I went to bat for a friend. I spent a Sunday pushing that podcast out there. No expectations. Just, hey, this person goes to bat for me and others. I'm going to repay that on my own. They went ballistic. Well, guess who saw that? Right? The great Bob Berg of the Go Giver series. He wrote the book on this, right? And so he saw that. We had a chat Tuesday rolls around and he's like, "Hey, I want to bring tremendous value to your folks." And I'm like, "Oh, let me check." "Yeah, absolutely, Bob, dadgummit." So, again, that's who we are. Baby steps like I took 2 years ago that took a long time to compound. Have courage, enjoy the journey. And we accelerate that because now I have all you guys around me and super pros. What would take me months by myself takes days or weeks together, Russ. That's what's
Right.
amazing. I mean, look,
Right.
Michelina's got me off the couch and helping me get stronger and grow and taking care of my health because I wasn't. Building a business is tough, right? You suffer on the inside. Sandal and Isabel and Christine and all these great people always pushing me up. Melissa sending
Right.
daggum text messages saying, "Hey, we appreciate you." You know what kind of just motivation and inspiration that brings on the hardest
Oh, yeah.
days? Man, it's
That
it's
that
amazing.
just fires you up. That's why I love to be able to reach out to others and inspire them and send them messages and things because when people do it to me, it means so much and it fires me up and it makes me want to do more for people. And everybody watching today, listen, life is not always easy. People make a lot of excuses. I've got too much going on. It's so hard. I don't feel good. I've got this, I've just got a cancer diagnosis. All these things are stopping people instead of taking action within what you're given. Life happens and then you choose. I say that all the time. By the way, that's the title of my follow up book. Life happens and then you choose because it is happening to us every day and we are making choices along the way. And you can choose through the journey because we're going through the journey. We can't leap over the problems. We can't go under or around the problems. They're going to happen. So what are we going to do? It's going to happen. And then we're choosing where are we going? How are we looking at? What is our mindset? What's our perspective? And then we start taking, saying, I can do this little step. I can do this little thing. At night, Mike, one of my habits is when I go to bed at night, I always read scripture with my beautiful wife and my daughter. And then what I do is I recount wins, positive things for the day. What did I do today? And a lot of times they're very small, right? I got the opportunity to talk to Mike and we talked about this and we're going to meet about that. Just some little thing. Haven't done a lot, but really stepped that direction. I had a client call me about this, or I just had 4 new people reach out to me. I have 4 new friends today. Just little steps like that. And I think that every little thing, when you do that, it builds your confidence. It provides momentum and amazing things happen with that, right?
I mean, you hit the nail on the head, Russ. I mean, again, man, hand in glove. What I found in the hounds and in my life experience, but with other people, is that they think they have a business problem or marketing problem, and we typically do, or a challenge. But what we have is a confidence problem, right? It's amazing how many people. I mean, there's people in the chat here who opened up with just horrible experience to help other people because of that support and that safety from the hounds, right? It wasn't me. I'm Dr. X, man. I just put all the superstars together. I don't, that's my superpower is just saying, hey, let me put all these amazing people together. But that's the net result. I mean, every day we go out there and help people. I had a client the other day, or it was about a couple weeks ago. So I helped the client, right? And by helping my client, I helped other people, right? Other people in the healthcare and other industries that I admire. Well, that person blew up in multi-million-dollar deal. Here's what happened. I didn't do any sales pitch, anything else. Those people that I was helping and bringing into that to help my other friend, guess what? Within 2 weeks, both of them came to me and said, look, I need help. I'm doing this business thing. I don't know if you do coaching, but I would like to talk to you. See, where's the sales pitch? Where's the pushiness? Where's all of that? Well, it was built on reciprocity. Birds of a feather flock together, right? I go out there
Amen.
and love on the right people. When they have a need for it, dadgummit, they'll come to me. And last little thing while I'm on this bandwagon, people who come to me, 70% of them, we did the math, don't even need me. And that's a beautiful thing because if you come to me, right? I mean, it's just like somebody, I hate saying it, Russ. I know, but it's selling bald people haircuts. That's the last thing they need. Now you can sell a hat, you can sell, all kind of stuff. But that's my point. If you come to us in the hounds and you're not a good fit with what we do, we're not going to try to figure it out and make money off you. We're going to put you to somebody you need. And boy, that has paid dividends and more clients than I could shake a stick at. So this is not a theory. This is a tried and true recipe. It's just one more arrow in the quiver. It's a farming approach, not a
Right.
hunting mentality.
Yeah,
It's
and that's
amazing.
why you and I are so much alike, Mike, because I love connecting people. I am very clear on what I do. And first of all, I love to chat with everybody. I love to connect. Not all connections turn out to be amazing things, but I'm always open to connect. But I am a
Me
great
too.
connector with other people. God has given me the superpower of connecting and building community and doing that. And a ton of times I make no money off it. I just love to connect. If you get involved in, it's not bad to get involved in those referral marketing type things where you can refer and you can get kickbacks occasionally. Hey, more power
Right.
to everybody. Nothing wrong with that. But a lot of times it's just referring each other, blessing each other because it comes back to you with them referring you and blessing you. It all goes around. And, I just love this. If people have read the book, which it should be on the top of anybody's reading list, How to Win Friends and Influence People, I'm telling you, an ageless book that perfectly tells you what Mike just said. A good example in that book, a gentleman goes out, he talks to somebody that's a big possible client. All he does is find out this guy's got a problem and things and knows somebody like Mike does that he could connect him with to helps this gentleman solve his problem that has nothing to do with his business. No sales pitch, no hard sell, nothing. The guy gets his problem solved. He's just so thankful to this guy that the next time they meet, he says, "Hey, listen, I know what you do, your business." And he goes, "I'm talking to my people and they're going to send all of our business your way next week." And the guy never even talked to him about his product or his service, nothing. And so that is what it's all about. And the way we sell people is by being authentic, loving, giving, and helpful. That will come back hundredfold to you over the years.
Man, Russ, if I can add on that, because I know I'm going to drag you out to a 10, 11-hour show, but you're absolutely right. And I think, look, having the right people, because you can waste your time with the wrong people. You can waste your time with people that aren't in your wheelhouse, but worse, you can waste your time on people who don't have that heart centeredness that you do. Right.
That's right.
So, two things about the hounds that really benefits folks, and I love it every day. It thrills me. I'm humbled. Social media is competitive space, right? Everybody's out there doing the same thing, and you're competing against tens and hundreds of millions of people. We take them off competitive space. Think about that. Who are you going to do business with? Someone who has a random kitty meme video every day or something like that, or someone who's got your back, who's pushed you up, who showed up, who introduced you, who did all those things you talked about, right? It's a no-brainer. Number two, it's rented space. You can get kicked off by just an accident, or some 18-year-old and customer service doesn't like you or something. It doesn't matter. So we solve those two problems. But even without those problems, it's just being around the right type of people who want to push you up. And we live on earth, right? There's so many just awful things, negative things going on day in, day out. And something's got to be good, right? That's what I wanted. Not perfect. We're not perfect at all, but we mean well. We put our best intentions above else. And I'll give you one thing, if I may, Russ, before you could just pull me off air and close the show.
Oh,
But
no, keep going. You're doing great.
here, I'll give you an example. It's not that we have other tools and resources that other groups or business communities or whatever doesn't have. I think what our trademark is, what draws people to us, is the way we restore the integrity back into those things. I'll give you a perfect example. I had a lady a couple months ago, and she said, "Mike, I don't really think I like affiliate marketing, right?" And I said, paying referral bonus and things like this. And I said, yeah, I didn't either for the longest time. I said, but let me challenge you. Maybe it's not affiliate marketing you have a problem with. Maybe it's the dishonest way it's done, right? And if we can restore the integrity back into that system, would you reconsider it? So guess what happened? Long story short, I had a conversation with a friend. She was going through the same thing just recently got out. So I shared my story, not a sales pitch, shared my true story and told her who helped me through that journey. And guess what she said? Oh, I need to meet her. Yeah, absolutely. You need to. Again, Russ, you know this. If somebody has the best cancer doctor and can get you a referral, yes, you want. It's not a sales pitch there. Please introduce me. So then the lady called back and said, I got clients now. Of course you did. And then they said, wait, how do I do my affiliate? And we talked about money, but I said, listen, if you give me a get out of jail free card and don't make me wait 2 weeks to get, because I'm going to need your help again, that keeps you top of mind. So you can either give me money or you can give me a get out of jail free card. See, that's what we're about, giving people options. We're not just saying, "Go see her so I can make some money." That's not there's too much of that. We're saying, "This person changed my life, and I wanna share them with someone else." It's
Right.
the integrity into the system, guys. That's who we
Right.
are, and I just say
Yeah.
that not to brag, but to attract other people in your audience
Right.
that say, "Heck yeah, man, that's what I'm about."
Yeah,
So
and that let me just jump in there and say that's exactly right, Mike. It is the intention behind things is what you're really trying to do. It's the person and the approach and what they're doing. Because, like for example, hey, network marketing gets a horrible name, right? But I hate to tell
mhm.
everybody, we're all in network marketing. We all need to network and market ourselves and raise our visibility and image. It's just, and that's called making friends, by the way, if you just do that. And I'll tell you, one of the most famous and successful network marketing groups is called Avon.
Yeah.
My mama was an Avon lady for years, and you know why it was so successful? Her whole thing was to go to houses, be friends, make friends, build community. That's what she was all about. And then they just happened to buy things while she was there. That was her whole intent,
Exactly.
was to go there and be friends, and she'd spend an hour with these people and have a great time. She loved it. I am my mama's
Mhm.
son. She just loved getting out there and building community, and she would just hand them a book, and she wouldn't even sell them. She'd just talk to them, have a great time, learn about their family, and they would just buy things while she was there. That is what it's
Right.
all about. An affiliate marketing, or any of those kind of things. It's not what it is, it's how it's done. It's the intention behind it. Be authentic, be upfront with what you're doing, because we all have a business. We all have to make money to pay our bills. It's just a fact of life. But we don't have to push it on people to make money and pay our bills. That's not how it works at all. So, Mike, you and I could talk for 15 hours. I've already let this go almost 10 minutes over. So I need to have you give me your gold nugget of the day, what you really want people
Uh,
to remember, and how to get in touch with you and get in touch with the hounds.
you know, again, just take the first step. That's it. It just do it. Right? Just like Nike said, just do it. Do what? Do it. Do whatever it is that you need to do. Stop. There's a million and one reasons that you can't or shouldn't. I'm going to challenge you. Give me one reason you should. Just one little baby step reason that you should do that thing or explore or research that other thing or that hobby, or maybe somebody told you you're not good at something. Well, maybe you should practice that thing, right? And here's the thing: define success for your daggum self. That just because my definition of success is one way doesn't mean that yours is either. So that's my biggest calling card: is if you're looking for people that can push you up and support you. Well, I lack resources. We got those, right? I don't have friends. We got those, right? I don't have direction. That's okay. Come here and find out and figure it out together. So it really is that simple. I don't have anything groundbreaking to say. Beyond stuff. We got Dr. CJ with Level Up Academy out here making things like books and magazines available and affordable. We got Ron Douglas in here bored, after building a bazillion businesses and helping reach back and help others as he's in his chapter two. We're out there promoting good things, not an infomercial. Bob's not going to do an infomercial. He's going to do a daggum unbelievable, helpful webinar with Rockstar. Get plugged in. And if we're not for you, dude, I'm good with that. Hey, test drive us like you would a car before you buy it. Before you buy, hopefully you try on clothes before you buy them. Go out there, and if you're not for us, we don't have ego. I'll send you somewhere else. Maybe a couple communities would be a good fit. Maybe us and other folks. So get unstuck. Don't be a wallflower. Go out there. You have something to offer. And I want to see success. I want to see heart-centered people make a gob of money. If we
Yeah.
go out there and help more people, Russ, we make more money. It's a
Yep.
measuring stick. And I
Yep.
don't know about you, but I want more time, money, and freedom, because the
Yep.
more freedom and time I have, the more good I can do in this world, man.
Amen.
We can make a dent in homelessness and food insecurity and injustice and inequality. That's what we're about. So if that's corny, that's okay, because I know if it's not corny, DM me, DM somebody. And hounds, tell people you're a hounds. Tell them you're a pack member and happy about that, so you can give them the opportunity that you enjoy. All right,
Amen.
I'm done now.
All
I
right.
promise I'll calm down.
And people connect with you how?
Oh man, by carrier pigeon, but better is LinkedIn. Mike Ashabraner. You can find me. I put it in there. Isabel, go bother her. You can Hounds of Business on YouTube. I'm everywhere. I'm like Beetlejuice, man. I just pop out at dryer vents. It's really creepy, but yeah, just reach out and DM me. I would love to invite you. We have a group call where we get to know the hounds. We have a big media network, publicity hub, thanks to Level Up Academy. We're always looking for good stories to spotlight and get out. And at worst case, I'm the redneck connector. Man, I probably know a couple people that can help you out and move the needle. So don't be shy. DM me, and it's not about us. We just want to get out there and help people, man. That's all it is. Thank you, Russ,
There
for
you
the
go.
opportunity, brother.
You bet. And that magically appeared below you as you were speaking. You can get a hold of Mike, the hounds. It's amazing. If they forget or they have a tough time, you go back to the comments. You can find it in the show notes. You can message me. I'll get you in touch with Mike. And it is just a blessing to have you all here today. I want to go back and say a couple things about what you said. First one is a question that we had, and the next one is about Nike really quickly. And just a really good example. Actually, Nike and Netflix, I'm going to say really quickly, but the Michelle asked me, what is my favorite scripture? And you know what? I give God all the glory for the amazing success that I've had and the things that I'm able to do, even when times are tough, even when I get a cancer diagnosis. I'm thankful for being able to go through and make things. And my original favorite scripture for years was Isaiah 40:31, which is those that wait upon the Lord will renew their strength. They will rise up on wings like eagles. They will run and not go weary. They will walk and not faint. That's what we're all about. Rising up, overcoming, getting strength. I love that verse, but I also love Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I just want to put those out there because whatever your belief structure is, just remember that there are things bigger than you, whether the hounds is a big group, but there's things even bigger than that. And so I just want to encourage everybody. This is when we were meant for community. We were created for community. And so I just want to encourage you all to come together. Also, Mike, I was thinking when you brought up Nike. So my first job out of college was working for this company downtown Portland. We were the largest advertising PR firm in Oregon. Across the street was a little teeny firm called Wyden and Kennedy. Actually, they weren't teeny, but they were smaller than us. And they got this little account called Nike. And so as I was there, I watched them grow. Suddenly have offices in Europe and offices around the world and in Asia. And they started growing. They came up with the Just Do It and those things. They were the ad firm that did so many of those amazing things. The company that I work for no longer exists. And they are mega huge, just like the story of Netflix. Netflix came out there as this little teeny company, and Blockbuster and other companies ignored them, laughed at them.
Mhm.
But because they all didn't believe what people said about them, that they couldn't do it, that they were too small, that what they were doing was ridiculous, they put one foot in front of the other, one little step at a time, 1% better, as James Clear says in Atomic Habits. And they kept moving and getting better and stronger. And now they are huge because they kept active and kept engaging. And that is what we're talking about today, starting with building connections and community. The hounds are amazing. Mike is amazing. And Mike, I appreciate you so much, friend. I'm going to just wrap this up and say goodbye to you, but hang tight in the green room because I got to talk to you real quick.
Yes, sir. Hey, thank you so much, guys. Appreciate the hounds showing up. That says it all right there. Love every one of you. Keep being special. And that's it. Everybody's got something special to offer. Don't believe the crap. Do not believe the negative tapes, man. Hey, dust that stuff off and start rocking. That stop. The world needs you. They need your talent, your skill. So you better kick me off, or I'm not going to stop, Russ.
I
You
love
know
it,
how it
Mike.
goes.
Hey, buddy, we're going to schedule another one. I will see you in a minute. Thanks so much for being
Appreciate it.
here. And then, as he said, my pleasure, I cut him off. There you go. Anyway, listen, everybody. I am still getting through the comments because you are all amazing. Whether you're part of the Hounds or not, well, if you're not, you should be. But if you're not part of some kind of amazing group, the Hounds, the Global Tea Break, go to globalteabreak.com if you want to get a worldwide community that's amazing. Another group that I'm involved in since the beginning of COVID. It's an amazing group. But I just want to thank you all for being here. We're here every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time on Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. As I told you before, I love to connect. RussHedge.com is the best place to go. You can subscribe on my YouTube. Please, if you're watching, number one, message me your YouTube and your website so that I can make sure and subscribe and learn more about you. And also, would you please subscribe to my YouTube today? Just go to marketingwithruss.live. Marketingwithruss.live is all you got to do. I know there's a ton of you out there watching, and I would love for you, if you're not already doing that, please also share and tag your friends with this. Does not matter if you're watching live or on replay. You can still do it. You can still do it because this sits there on each platform for infinity and beyond, like I said before. So please do that. And also, I encourage you, if you haven't had a chance to listen to it all, you can listen to it on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, any podcast platform as well. Look for the marketing tip of the day that'll be separated out as part not only of my YouTube page, but goes out on social media. Love to hear your comments on those as well. You know, it's really from my heart what I talk about. I don't get in the really small details of marketing on those. I really go in concepts and what I think will really help you get there. So I appreciate that so much. And so anyway, today has been amazing. I got to get back and get a few more comments on here because I lost where I was. I have no idea. So anyway, so I want to just thank everybody for being here today. For those of you, if I did not get your comments up on the screen, I have been trying, but we've been overrun, shooting for 400 comments. We're going to see if we made it today. And I'm telling you, I gain value from you. I am encouraged by you. I am an inspiration specialist here to inspire and encourage you to live a purpose-driven life. I want you to be a world changer, a difference maker, but you are the one that encourages and inspires me. I want to thank all of you that have been praying as I went through the cancer journey the last year and a half, and I just got a clean report again. No more cancer, still gone, still good. And I am just blessed by God for that whole thing. And I just want to thank you all for your prayers, for being with me. And also, last but not least, please reach out. Go to russhedge.com. You can go to russhedge.com/contact, go directly to my calendar, schedule time. I want to connect with all of you. I want to engage with all of you. And I want to encourage you to connect and engage with Mike. There is all of his information again. It is in the comments. It's in the show notes. It is clickable, meaning that you don't have to remember it. You don't have to do anything. We keep it simple. It's ticking below the bottom, his LinkedIn site. And I just want to say thank you. Again, get involved with the Hounds. Get involved with the Global Tea Break. Get involved with some amazing group that can inspire and encourage you. And I tell you, we're going to make this life amazing together. I want to tell you that today also, almost forgot, Russ Reels Live, 4 p.m. today. An amazing group on there. It is a replay, but I'm guessing that most of you missed it. So amazing. You got to hop on and see that 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time today. Would love for you to be on there. I'll be live engaging with you. And a big thanks to Ever, my amazing assistant who makes everything happen. And actually, I should say my amazing teammate, because she probably does more than I do. So anyway, all right. Well, there's no possible way I'm going to get through all these comments. I can already see that. So I'm just going to say goodbye with that and thank all of you for being here today. And until next week, when we're back here on Monday at 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time on Marketing with Russ, have a great day and a great life. Bye, everybody. See ya.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.